Well, I thought I'd try these. I see y'all doing them all the time. I'm just going to do this and not the whole face thing. I bought a box of these, so hopefully I like them. 24 karat gold eye mask. We'll see. I'm having trouble getting them to stay on, so I don't know if that's up high enough on this one, but it kept falling off, so I'm going to leave it. Alrighty, well, as some of you know, I guess I don't really need this since I'm not doing a regular mask. I can take my hair down. You gotta see this. Look at that boy, all cuddled up in all the pillows. What a cute boy. My cute boy. Since my grandson's in Japan, I thought I'd do some fun facts about Japan and maybe throw in some of my own remembrances of when I lived there. But I texted him asking how he liked it, and he said he loved it over there. I asked him if there was what they thought of the us bombing Iran, and he said there were riots in Tokyo, anti-American riots in Tokyo. And I'm like, yeah, well, they had the same thing when I was there. When I was there in the late 1960s, early 70s, 68 to 72, I was there. They had anti-war demonstrations right in front of the base because, you know, we were in Vietnam. So, U.S. is always an easy target. All right, fun facts about Japan. It's good manners to slurp your noodles. Japan values good manners highly, but when it comes to chowing down on a bowl full of noodles, there's only one way to eat it noisily. Slurping is a sign of enjoyment and also cools down the noodles as you eat. Get your chopsticks in one hand and lean over your bowl. That's true. It's like you see these guys with their chopsticks like really fast. This is funny to me. The traditional Christmas Eve meal is KFC. Some guy started this. He owned KFC stores, and he just did it as a on a whim, you know, spread the rumor that that's what Americans ate for Christmas dinner, and somehow it just took off, and now, like, you know, 30, 40 years later, however long, it's an estimated 3.6 million Japanese feast on KFC Christmas dinner. Yeah, so his little ploy ended up really working, and now everybody eats KFC for Christmas dinner. They don't even realize that that's not something we eat. Japan is not all about the cities like Tokyo and Osaka and so on, Kyoto. Japan's big name stars are its densely populated cities, but it's not a country you'd think of as a scarcely populated mountain wilderness. However, around 70% of Japan is made up of forests and mountains that aren't suitable for farming or living in. There are over 100 active volcanoes, and its tallest mountain is its famous Mount Fuji, with an elevation of 3,776 meters. Something that most people don't know about Japan is it's an archipelago, which means it's a string of islands, and it has over 3,000 islands. And that's the next point, is there's a rabbit island in Japan. Oh, here it is. Japan is made up of nearly 7,000 islands. I was wrong. The little island of Okunoshima in the inland sea is best known for its curious big-eared population. The island was used to test chemical weapons during World War II, and it's said the test subject roamed free after the war. Either way, the numbers flourished in a predator-free environment. Dogs and cats are banned from the entering, and today Okunoshima is a popular spot for the cuddly bunny tourist. So the whole island is just, there's rabbits, bunnies everywhere. Because if there's no predators, rabbits, I forget what it is, but they can have, up to six, 8 babies at a time. Usually it's more like 3 or 4. But they breed like every month or 2. So, the population can grow quickly. The number 4 is extremely unlucky. It's widely avoided since it sounds too similar to the Japanese word for death. Keep an eye out in Japan and you'll notice buildings don't have a 4th floor. Items are sold in sets of 3 or 5, and special care is taken to avoid encountering the numbers in daily life. The Ichi-ni-san. I forget what. Go is 5. I forget what 4 is. Ichi-ni-san Roku? I forget what 4 is. I'll have to look it up. There's a bizarre native festival. I don't remember this. This one doesn't want to stay on. Japan is well known for its non-stop festivals, but Hadaka Matsuri must be one of the most bizarre. Thousands of Japanese men strip naked in public to secure a fortune-filled year, with the biggest Matsuri taking place in Okayama, where it's estimated 9,000 men get down to their fundoshi, meaning there's a picture of it, and this guy's got shirts on and bare butts, like shoes and shirts, and just their bare middle parts hanging out. And it's only men. It's weird, very weird. Japanese trains are some of the most punctual in the world. Yeah, I used to ride the train sometimes. I still have a map of the Japanese train system. They have bullet trains that go up and down Japan that go like, 90 miles an hour or something really fast, so you can go from big city to big city. But the little cities and stuff you went to, people when it like going to work time, or getting off work time where the trains are crowded, they have these guys with white gloves on, and their job is to push people in so the doors would shut. And they had just like a row of seats, and then people that stood in the middle, kind of like subways in New York or whatever. And I remember being there once, and there was like a pregnant woman with a little kid, and she's struggling, and these guys are all just sitting there happy as clam staring at her. And one guy gets up and she goes to sit down, and some other guy rushes in to sit down, and I'm like, no. They may not have understood English, but they understood that, and they were all like glaring at me the whole rest of the train ride, but I don't care. Be polite. But back in, I don't know if it's still that way, because we're talking 50 years ago when I was there. He's almost 50 years. I'm old. But you would see things like, we lived kind of in the countryside, and where there was like rice paddies and stuff, and you would see like some little old lady with like this big bundle of sticks on her back, and her husband just walk along beside her, and she's hunched over carrying this big old bundle of wood or sticks or whatever, and he's just tooling along, letting her do all the work. That was very typical. And or like on the train, the men would take a seat, not even think of getting up and giving it to a lady. That just wasn't in their culture. Women were inferior. Japanese love wacky flavors. Eel flavored ice cream and green tea Kit Kats. We have some. My son's got some green tea Kit Kats. I'm not sure where he got them from, but He's got some green tea Kit Kats, or just two of the weird and wonderful flavors you can come across in Japan. Kit Kats are the most popular confectionery. Kit Kat sounds similar to Kitokatsu, a Japanese saying meaning good luck. You can try edamame, wasabi, and ginger ale flavored Kit Kats too. Wasabi, oh my gosh. Have you ever had wasabi by itself? It's that green, it's horseradish paste is what it is, but it's that green stuff when you dip in the sushi that's really, really, really hot and kind of bitter. I can't imagine a Kit Kat being wasabi flavored. Ugh. Everyone has their own seal. It shows a little picture of like seals that you can buy, like where you seal like a letter or whatever. In Japan, people don't have signatures. They have their own seal known as hanko. The seal is typically your name translated into kanji characters and are made from silk or plant-based paste. Adults will often have 3 hankos, one for signing off letters and personal matters, a bank seal, and an identity seal. It's not necessary for tourists, but foreigners living in Japan can have one handmade in small local shops. I don't remember ever seeing that. Anti-ninja floors are a thing. What? During the feudal period, wealthy Japanese lords built homes with deliberately squeaky floors as a defense measure against ninjas. The highly trained legendary mercenaries of feudal Japan were so steeped in myth and folklore that they were said to be capable of walking on water, turning invisible, and controlling natural elements. That's got to be motivation to put down some new flooring. So your kids could never sneak out. You're supposed to leave this on a half an hour. Ugh. I won't put you through that torture, but so I love living in Japan, and my grandson, he's there for a month, and well, one week out of the month he's going to Seoul, Korea too. But his plan when he gets out of college is to go work in Japan and also, could be kind of like a part-time missionary over there because there's very few Christians in Japan, so he would like to spread the gospel while he works over there. He's been working on learning Japanese for a while. He's gonna be 19 or gonna be 20 this year, and so he's got a couple more years of college, and then he's going to try and get a job in Japan, working in some business or another, because his degree is, he's got a triple major, and I forget what they are. One of them's international business, and then I forget what the other two are, but he's got a triple major in various business subjects. So anyway, that is my little tutorial about Japan. Fun facts. I love living in Japan, so if you have any questions, if I don't know them, I can look them up for you. How are you doing? You're letting this whole Iran thing worry you? I figured God's got this. I'm not going to worry about it. And while I was on my Arkansas thing, we got the word that something was going down from one of my friends. Her best friend's son was at a base in the South, I won't say anymore, and he got the word out to his mother to, go buy some gas, go stock up on a few things, because you never know what's going to happen. So we got the little clue that something was going down, and then, of course, a couple days later it did. I didn't expect it quite that. I knew something was going to happen. I just didn't expect it quite that soon. Ugh, I'm looking at my floor. I got a vacuum. Probably scrub too. Ugh. Hate scrubbing and vacuuming. Vacuuming's not too bad, but I hate scrubbing floors. But my whole house is no carpet. I've got the big 12-inch tiles ceramic tiles in most of it, and the bedrooms have wood laminate, so I have to vacuum and scrub everything. It's not so bad when you have carpet and you just have to scrub the kitchen and bathrooms, but I have to scrub my whole house. Ugh. So today's Monday, well, Mass Monday, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I got some laundry to finish. I gotta vacuum and scrub the floors, just fun stuff like that. I might give the pup a bath. He needs a bath. So nothing fun. I'm thinking about going, and I don't know, I should. That place I go do the water walking, I really need to start exercising. When I was on that trip to Arkansas, we went on this bus tour, and you kept having to get off the bus and walk up and down hills and stuff for these different things. About halfway through, I pooped out. I just couldn't walk anymore. I'm so out of shape. It's terrible. So I need to start going back doing water walking or take the boy for walks. But for the next 10 days, the lowest high temperature is going to be 92 on up to 98. So it's going to be too hot to take you-know-who for a WALK. So I don't know. Might do something in the house. Do you remember Richard Simmons? Sweating to the Oldies? I used to love him, and I found a couple YouTube videos of some of his old Sweating to the Oldies exercise things, so might start doing one of those. I mean, they're like an hour long, so I don't think I could do that right off the get-go, but I could do part of it. It's really no excuse. It's too hot out. Well, I have a house with air conditioning. I could do something, or I could go to that indoor pool, I'm just sad I miss water aerobics, and can't really find it where it's either full up or it's too expensive and I can't afford it. So I miss water aerobics. And well, I talked to my son and daughter-in-law, and they don't care if I come over there and go swimming anytime, because they don't even have to really notice, because they're, just do their thing, and I just go in and go swimming and go back home, and they never know the difference. But they're about 20 minutes away too, so it's like 20 minutes to the water walking place or 20 minutes to their house where it's outdoors in the sun. So I don't know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Well, I rambled on for 16 minutes and 48 seconds, so it's time to go. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.